Hello and welcome to Extra Connections here on JLJ Media. I'm James Lott Jr., the JLJ of JLJ. Say that 5 times fast. And I'm here with a Michael, a multi-hyphenate, because she's an actress, a writer, a producer, also entrepreneur. So we're going to find out kind of what she's been doing, how she's got to where she is, who is she. Now, because of the strikes that are happening, there's certain projects we can't really talk about into detail, but let's get to know her. And her name is Arielle Raycene. How you doing, Arielle?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, you great smile. I love it. Great smile. Love
Thank you.
everything. Okay, so where are you based out right now?
Right now, I'm in Noto, Italy.
Okay, so in Italy. Wow, how beautiful.
Yeah,
There.
my dad has been promising to take me on a trip for like 20 plus years, and we finally did it. So we've been traveling. We flew to Rome, and we like went all the way down the boot in a car. So that was like the longest road trip I've ever had with my dad. Then we got to Sicily, and now we're like going through like just the little west side, south side of Italy. And I guess like Mick Jagger bought a house down the street a ways, but like it's a really small town, and just like we're just seeing all the small towns, if that makes sense.
That's cool.
Probably a lot of people haven't been here, but it's cool. We're getting the real taste of Italy.
Which I think is the best taste, is going to the local area, to small towns.
Yeah, no, it is. I've had the best tomatoes. Just
Oh,
actually, when I got to Sicily, it's been the best food ever.
oh, my stomach hurts. That sounds so good. Oh, it sounds so good. I can't even imagine. Um, so I want to ask you this because I'm in LA and it's hot here. Is it hot there right now?
Oh, it is so, 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 so hot. So basically, you wake up, you go get your coffee or whatever, and then everyone stops when at like noon or like 1, 2, and it's a ghost town until the sun goes down, and then it comes alive. So it's like their siestas. They really are on point with those.
Yeah,
Like it's a
yeah.
ghost town during the day. It's kind of crazy. And then at night it's alive.
I love that. I do. I love that. So your dad and you obviously you guys are close. And obviously it's something you've been planning
Yeah.
for a long time. So what have you learned about your relationship with him during this trip?
I mean, I've always known he was weird and strange, and so putting that on it. He really loves to eat like everything he can get his hands on. Oh, you know what was so funny? So we were like staying at a nice place, and he's a little bit of a cheap side, right?
He's
Which is okay.
thrifty. He's thrifty.
Yeah, he's thrifty, but like he was like he had breakfast, and because it was free, he's like, can't you can't miss out on free calories. And I've never heard of that before, because like people never say that.
No, they
Free,
don't. No, they don't.
you can't miss out on free calories. Like, no.
That's
So
hilarious.
that's pretty funny.
That is
Yeah.
actually hilarious. Are you guys Italian, or you just picked Italy?
Yeah, no, we are Italian. But he's Italian, so I'm half Italian.
Okay, very good. That's one of those things.
But
That's actually.
I can't speak any Italian, and I've been like accidentally speaking Spanish. And my dad is like speaking. I'm like, Dad, you're speaking Spanish. He goes, I get nervous, and then I stop speaking Italian and speak Spanish.
That's
And I was
hilarious.
like, every single time you talk in Italian, you confuse them. Like, can you stop?
That's hilarious. I think it's very cool, and it's one of those things that life goes by so fast, and we have our parents for every time we have them. So that's very cool. You guys are doing that for each other. That's
Yeah, it's cool. I'm glad I'm doing it too.
very good, very good. How long are you guys going to stay? How long you guys been doing this so far?
We got in last Monday, so we're leaving on Wednesday.
Okay, very good. Oh,
Yeah.
very good. Okay, so folks, like I said, she's a multi hyphenate. So you're an actress, writer. So when people ask you, just say you're at a party, you're at a get together,
Mhm.
and I go, girl, what do you do for a living? So what do you tell people? Because I'm a multi hyphenate too, and I was like, what do you tell people when you say?
Oh, well, I just really fuck with people, and I say I'm Brenda, an elementary school teacher that works in Larchmont. That's what I really say. Because in LA, you don't want to be another actress,
Yeah, another, you might know that.
right?
And folks, Larchmont's an area in Los Angeles. So make sure you know that. Yes.
Also, I'm dressed probably like not, I'm dressed like from the 90s. I like the 90s look right now. So we know that's not very conservative.
No.
So I'm just like an elementary school teacher and Brenda, and like It's so fascinating, their faces. Like, I love it. They're not expecting it at all. So that's what I really say most of the time if I ever want to fuck with someone.
Yes. Oh my God. Well, you know, this town, she's not wrong. This town is very industry heavy. I mean, you can step on an actress or an actor. Like we're everywhere, or a producer or a writer. Like they're everywhere. I mean, they're literally everywhere. I mean, it's
Everywhere.
everywhere. Everywhere, like literally everywhere. That's hilarious. But what do you view yourself as more of, or do you just or you don't? You just like I do all this stuff.
No, I know an artist comes out, like people think that as a painter or whatever, but I think all in all, I'm an artist. Actress though, actress is my core heart, love, passion. Like that's my baby. Like it might not, sometimes most of the time it doesn't really like me that much, but I'm like, oh, I fucking love you for the rest of my life. I'll do anything for you.
This business is not for the faint at heart. It is not. Woo.
But yeah, that's the one thing I just like, it's always going to be there. I know, like I've tried to get rid of it in the past. Like I'm like, I'm done. You know, that's me being a dramatic actress. Like I realize that now in my life, I sometimes just do things to see what the reaction is and how I can perform it, you know?
I like it.
So I did that for a little while and said I was quitting, and that was so dramatic. And then I was like, oh, what am I doing? Like after I told everyone, I'm like, now what?
Right, exactly. Now what?
Yeah. So yeah, no, I'm never, that's always going to be there. Like no matter what, obviously we have to do 1,000 other things around it, but yeah, it's always there. Also, I just find that it's like very helpful for just like yourself. Like you have to learn so much about yourself and keep evolving and growing. And I really love doing that. So to me, it just goes hand in hand. And also like the journalism thing, I love the part about journalism that I loved is that you got to learn new things all the time, right? Like you've got to go write something, then you have to learn about the chef or like whatever. And like, as an actor, you can be the chef or whatever. So I really love that. That's what I really, really love. I love learning new things and like figuring out things and studying the psyche of a person and like why we do things and all of that. I think it's fascinating.
Well, folks,
so to me, it just.
Well, folks, she got a bachelor's degree from Arizona State University's Walter Cronkite School, majoring in broadcast journalism and theater. So you did both. I mean, you were doing both. And actually, you're right. You kind of work together. They can work together.
Yeah, to me it worked. To me, it makes sense. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you know, in a way, I see it as if you get a new role, now you know how to kind of work into it and kind of research it and do what you need to do to prepare to act.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that comes to journalism stuff. You kind of know how to do that. And I love stuff. How do you choose roles at this point? How do you navigate that world? Because I'm sure you get all kinds of stuff, but like, how do you navigate that world?
No. I feel like I'm still not at the point where I get to choose my own roles. Like, no. I mean, that's why I write, so I can choose my own roles.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah, that's really the way you have to do it. But yeah, no, I'm still working my way until I get to choose my roles. But until then, I enjoy basically everything. Like not a role doesn't scare me. Like I want to try it all. And if it is something, I mean, I just don't know what I would say no to as a role, because that is a person out there and that's a character, you know, like it's a person out there that does something like that. So you as an actor have to embrace that, right?
Yes.
So yeah.
That's a good point. I was going to ask you about that. That's a good point actually you bring up, because I've interviewed actors like, I don't have to like my character. I mean, I'm here to portray it. So I don't have to.
Yeah, you can't judge your character. Yeah.
There you go. That's what it is. That's it. That's very interesting. I didn't think about it. Yes, that's why. I guess like I was going to ask. That's why I was going to ask you: is there any role that you wouldn't take? But I guess if it's a good, juicy role of some sort, it could be anything. I mean, it could just be anything. You know, that's interesting. Well, I mean, I know that in this business you get offered stuff. So like you said, you turn to writing, which you have the background and stuff. And so I can try to tell people you are a business. It's like you're the entity, you're the business, right?
Yeah. If I would have known that, like it's called the business of acting, it's really the business. I remember at first I was just like, oh, I'll just act. I'm gonna act. It's really not that much acting, darling. Right? You've got a lot of fucking business to
do. Yes, very true. And I think that's what you tell people more and more. It's like there is a business. It's called show business. It is a lot of
Mhm.
business, contracts, everything. But also for you, because you said you've been writing stuff, and which I write. I love writing. I think it's a great avenue for you. What have you? What are some of the things that you're hoping to kind of write for yourself? That you kind of, so you say trying to write yourself into a role, so to speak. What are
Yeah.
the things you want to do? You think?
Like a character?
Yeah. I
Uh,
think. What do you want to do? Think you can write?
well, I'm working on this piece. I don't know how to say it without giving it away, but
Yeah, I know.
she
Yeah.
she's like on the verge of about to marry someone, but in like a short period of time, basically. And so it's a lot of sex and like just like I guess lying kind of in a sense, but like I have you ever seen like Ingrid Goes West, you know, where she's like talking a lot
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
and it's
Yes.
like
Yes.
this social thing.
Yeah.
She's talking a lot, like it's this voiceover, and it's like every like thing that is like that she's insecure about comes out when she's talking, you know, and like she knows everything about her fiance that she's about to marry, and he's cheated on her, so she's gonna go cheat on him and like do all this stuff before it's time to like really be in a committed relationship and get married and all this stuff. And like she was an actress and she still is, but she's like, I'll just get married. Like I don't know, it's just like this. And then at the end, it's like, does she really like being alone and doing all this stuff and like being this free of a person, or does she want to like do what she thinks
Yeah.
society thinks that she should do?
I like that. I do like that. Yes, that sounds good. Actually, it sounds like a series. Like it sounds like
Yeah, I know that's what everyone says, but I'm like, a series makes my head go on and
I
on and on
know,
and
but
on.
it does. But literally, it does. Sounds like a series I'd watch
Yeah.
on Netflix or somewhere. Like it's like that. It could be a limited series. It could be
Yeah, it could be a limited series. I
3 episodes
know.
or 4. But doesn't
Yeah,
sound, as we're telling you this, doesn't it sounds like a great series? We'd follow
thank
her
you.
along to see
Right.
what happens. Like see what happens. But it could be a movie too, folks. It can be. I get it. But I'm just saying. But I
I
feel
can
like.
just write it a movie and then someone can turn it into a TV show.
There you go. There we go, kids.
Yeah.
We'll say it out loud. Yes, there you go. Because I can see you in the role and being in a TV role. It's like you every week we see you, or every episode we see you go through this. I can totally see it.
Yeah.
I can see it.
It'd be fun. I would love it.
I know. Yeah, that's a good point. She's gonna write this. She can write the movie, and series do come from movies. That is very true. That is very true. That's a great premise. I like it. Great premise. So
Thank you.
because you've done different types. Like she's done some projects that are out right now and stuff. But I just want to say you've done different types. You've done horror. You've done comedy. What are you drawn to naturally? So you'll do any role kind of, but what are you drawn to naturally? You're finding.
You know, something I really want to do that I haven't done is like a time period piece. That's
Okay.
like something I really want, like in the 60s or 70s or something. Like Mad Men was my favorite thing ever.
Okay.
And then what Daisy Jones Diary or
Yes. Yeah,
Daisy
Daisy
Jones
Jones
and
and
the
Six.
Six,
Yeah.
that was
Yeah.
amazing. Like that is just a dream. But I mean, TV shows, I really want to like be that reoccurring character that's like going on a long journey for seasons and
Yes.
seasons. But I
Yeah.
guess I'm down to like, I like drama because that's what Mad Men was and like Daisy Jones and the Six, but maybe a dramedy would be nice.
There you go. Yes. Yes.
That way I have a little bit of both in a time period piece, if that's a thing.
That can work. No, that can happen, folks. That can happen.
Yeah.
That can happen. I can see you. I can see you in a period piece. For some reason, I can see you in a 70s
Yeah.
or even 80s piece. I can see that. Or late 60s, early 70s. I can see you in something like that. So
Throw me in there.
well, you have that because
I
you have
wanna
because
be in
I
that
was well, I was a kid during that time period, so I just remember it was that golden hair, California, sun-kissed, look. It's like that's what you have. I was like, I can see you doing that role and some
Yeah.
cute clothes, some bell bottoms and stuff. I totally can see it. Totally can
Right? I have all of that in my closet. I'm ready to go.
She's ready, folks. She's already ready. She's already ready. I know. I
I
like
already know, like, for preparation, I would like get rid of my phone and I'd only have a landline. And, like, I would just live this life. Like, I've already dreamed of it. Like, I want to do that.
I can see that. I know. I mean, I see you wearing platform shoes. I can tell you. I can see the whole thing. I know. I can see the whole thing. I tell you. I totally can see
I'm
it.
ready for it.
That is hilarious. Now, one of the things that you also you do besides it's still an artistry of some sort is you're an entrepreneur also, and so you're doing stuff a little bit outside of the acting, writing spectrum and producing spectrum. You're developing social media. Like, let's talk about that a little. What is that about?
Okay. Yeah. I'm not a tech genius by any means. But
yes.
Yeah, I created this platform called Real AF, and it's a 3D online social media profile that's like customizable to the creator. And it's used to show your fans what you would look like in your living room or wherever you are in like a 360 way. So you can use it in AR, VR, or when the goggles come out in January. So it's like spatial web stuff. Okay. So that's one part of it. But why I think it's really cool is that this profile, like if you upload photos on top of the video that will be there, we're not allowing filters. So I think in a world, there's no filter. So obviously it would be a lot of work to edit the video like that and make you whatever you want to look like. But it's also, I believe that there needs to be a place where we have pretty photos on Instagram, we tweet on or X or whatever now, we have a LinkedIn. I want this to be on your link tree as a place where like people can be like, oh, that's what they really look like. That's great. That's them. And like when technology advances, it'll become more of like a social media platform for 3D. But right now, I just want a social profile that's 3D, and like you can upload things, and we have technology that can block out like the filters or it's not getting uploaded and like all of that stuff, because it's just, I don't know, we're just in this like bubble of a time where like we don't even look like ourselves sometimes, and like who are we really lying to? And then the people with like millions and millions of followers and the younger people are looking up to these people, and like, I mean, you get on social media and you get depressed, right? Because it's depressing. It's depressing. And I mean, that's all of our doom scroll, go, go, go. But like, everyone just looks so pretty and like perfect. And actually, it's so funny. My dad was like, how does everyone look so perfect these days? Because in my days, no one looked this perfect.
Not at all.
Like, it's editing, it's a lot of editing. But so that's my hope. And we're like getting ready to launch a soft launch this week, and we're like trying to get creators. So you go into the studio and it's like 120 cameras all around, and I mean, it's scary, and it's okay for us to be scared because there's no hiding in this video or in this volumetric stage. And I want like people to like are you brave enough to be real? Like I want that energy. Like we need to like set new standards, and like Instagram's fine. Let's look pretty on Instagram, but like I want it to be like, I have a real AF profile. So that like, there I am, and we like are going to do your hair and makeup, and everyone's going to like look great if you want it. Like we're not like trying to make you look like, but we just want you to be like who you are standing here,
Yeah. That makes sense. I know the thing. Yeah, you can still brush your hair and like, whatever. Like that's like,
you don't have to look like like you're gonna look great, but we just aren't going to allow all the filters and editing, and like it's insane like what people are doing, and like we just don't look like ourselves anymore.
No, and the problem, and you're right. The problem is a lot of folks who are pushing products, they're wearing filters while they're pushing products. So it's like, is the product doing well, or is that a filter? Like, what's going on there? Because I mean, some products are good, but that filter, you're not gonna look like that. You're not gonna look like that with that product.
No, it's true. I know, and I know makeup artists are upset because, like, what is the point of makeup if you're gonna put a filter on it?
Right.
So I mean, I think it's just the pendulum has swung so far this way. I think there needs to be something that like, we're real over here, pretty pictures over here, So yeah.
I love that. Well, you seem like you're a real type, person. You're a person. You're like, I'm here. I'm an instrument of artist, for artistry, and I'm just here. But you appreciate like just the regular, real stuff. It seems like
I do.
Yeah,
I do.
Oh, me too. Yeah, it's just like I just want the real stuff, because it's a shame. Even when you're on dating apps here too, everybody has their headshots and filters, and you're like, you don't even look like that. I mean, that's great. I mean, to get attraction, but then you don't even look like the person. You look nothing like that.
No, I know, it's awful. So yeah, hopefully like if it does go to that point where you're on a dating app, and then they can go to like your link tree and be like, oh, there she is in real life. Cool.
Exactly. I think it's a great idea. I was like, I love that. Do you consider yourself? I feel like you're an intellectual. Like it's like you're just, people may look at you and go, look, she's blonde and blah blah. Like, no, I think she's intellectual. Is that kind of how you've always been? Very much into academia and stuff in life? Yeah.
Yeah, I have for sure. I think I always felt like, I was from a small town, and I always felt like I was the underdog when it came to like people in LA, and like going all these, they went all to all these fancy schools and stuff. So I always tried to like up it, because that was like one of my insecurities. So I was always like in extra school, and like, or just like doing extra things, and like studying the mind and why it works the way it does. And like going to seminars. That's just, I really love to learn. And that's one of it makes me happy to grow. So yeah.
Do you think you'll later, I mean, you don't know this now, do you think you go back to school, get a master's or anything you think later in life?
I've been thinking about that.
I can see you doing that.
Yeah, I would love to, like psychology or something along those lines. I think I'd be a great lawyer too, but in the meantime.
Live some life, have some fun. Some life.
No, actually, I think psychology would be a lot of fun for me. I think law would be fun for me, just to like be able to like conversate and say whatever I want and like mess with someone. That seems fun, but I think psychology does the same thing.
It does. It does, right? It does.
Like I've studied NLP, and I just think it's so much fun.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I know that is. Yes, I know. Are there any artists that you look up to? Anybody you look and go, I like their career, I like what they're doing? Anybody you look at?
Jennifer Coolidge, I think she's amazing.
Oh yes.
She's just had so much fun, and I feel like she knows herself so well. And she's just like living, like I don't know, just like I feel like she just loves herself, loves her life, and loves like every day,
And she seems
like,
real.
Yeah, no, she seems so real. Oh yeah, she's the realest, I think.
She seems super real. She's like, here I am, and I'm in his business, and here I am. I love it. I love it. Arielle, thanks for being on the show. You are a delight, and thanks for taking time out of being in Italy.
Delight.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm your new friend now in LA. So
I'll be in LA next week.
Yes, I will be supporting you. I will always supporting you. Are you on social media? So if anybody wants to find you, where are you?
I am absolutely on social media. I am at the Arielle Ray on Instagram. And then I guess X, I am on Arielle Raycene. And
and X, I'm like, I saw this one, I'm like, oh my God.
But we still
heard. What?
Yeah, I know. Did you see the photo with the X?
Yes.
Like, oh.
Missed the bird already.
We're in weird times right now. And then Real AF is @real_AF on Instagram. So
I will follow both. You'll see my name following you both.
Cool.
I'll see you on there. So folks, like I said, she's in stuff. Can't say it, but she's in stuff. Just check her out. But just follow her on her social media, and you'll know what's going on with her and what's going on with her. And just run to her social media and do that. Share this interview with everybody. I'm James Lott Jr., and we'll see you next time.